Peace. What's the word? What's happening, everybody? Give everybody a chance to tap in with the kid before we start building on the subject matter for the day. Hopefully, y'all having a powerful Tuesday, staying healthy, positive, peaceful, centered, balanced, all of that good stuff, man. I'm gonna give y'all about 3 to 5 minutes to tap in with the kid before we start building. Boom, peace. What's happening? Michael, peace. What's the word? How everybody living and feeling on this wonderful Tuesday? We got some positivity to distribute out here, man. So we feeling positive, we feeling peaceful, centered, and balanced, man. So we gonna share that energy. Even though we might be going through some tumultuous times, we still find the light in the situation. So we always gonna settle on the best part. We keep the best parts preserved for self. That's how I was taught, and that's how I maneuver through life. I don't like settling on the worst part of a situation, man. So we're gonna always extract the lesson. We're gonna always extract the best part from a situation, and we're gonna settle on that at all times. And that's what I recommend everybody do. That's gonna help you power through life. Jazz, peace. What's happening? Javon, my brother. Kenyatta, peace. What's happening? Montel, peace. Anais, peace. Queen, what's happening? Only peace. What's happening? What's the word? So we just trying to distribute some better energy out here, man. I'm always analyzing the energy of the world, the energy of society. And as I've always said, the popular energy of society is of a negative nature. We got a lot of hatred, envy, jealousy, just animosity. Like that's the popular energy of today's society. So again, when you adapt or adopt a more positive mind frame, you going against that current. So that's why at times when you striving to make changes mentally, it's like you get tested, and everybody has theories in regards to what's happening. But what's really happening is you just going against the momentum of society. Everybody's negative, everybody's hostile, everybody's angry, everybody's upset, everybody's imbalanced. So when you striving to balance yourself out, when you striving to be centered, you just going against the current of society. And that causes a problem. That causes a big problem. Craig, peace, what's happening? Montel, man, everything is smooth, man. We can't complain. That won't do any good anyway. So we can complain, but we choose not to. That's not going to solve problems. Lindell, peace, what's happening? So I'm always analyzing, man. You get on social media, you can analyze the energy. When you just go chop it up with people, you can analyze the energy. So it's not hard to get sucked into that, man. It's not hard to get sucked into that negative thought pattern. So at times I have to recalibrate. A lot of times I got to recalibrate, because I find myself getting caught up in a lot of the negativity that's going on out here. I get caught up in that negative mindset, that negative vibe, the negative frequency. So I have to tune out, and I have to tune back in to my inner self. You know what I'm saying? I have to tune back in internally and tap back into that peace and activate it. But it's easy to get caught up, man. It's easy to get sucked into the popular themes, man, the popular conversations, what's trending and all of that. A lot of times that stuff is not that positive. It's not that productive. It's not that efficient. A lot of that entertainment is just toxic, but it's easy to get caught up into it because, again, it's entertaining. So it's easy to get sucked into that, man. But you got to ask yourself, like, man, what is this doing for me? And a lot of times the answer is absolutely nothing. It's doing absolutely nothing for your evolution, for your elevation. It's actually causing you to go backwards. It's actually causing you to backtrack. Miss Queen Sun Kiss, peace. What's happening? And I see it all the times, man, in regards to settling on the best part. I see a lot of people choosing to do the opposite day in and day out. They going through something in life, and all the time, every time, man, I see people go right to the negative of the situation. I see it every time. I see it every day. See it every day, all day. And I see why people get caught up in this perpetual cycle of like bad habits. You know what I'm saying? Like I see why people can't break curses. I see why people can't break through certain walls. It's the words that they speak about themselves. It's the words they put out into the atmosphere. It's what they choosing to focus on. It's where their concentration goes. You know what I'm saying? So like I just pay attention to all of that. You know, when you got a person that they can't get through a wall, whether it's financial, whether it's, you know, health and fitness, whether it's business, whether it's their jobs, whatever the case may be. When you just analyze their thought pattern, you see what it is that they focusing on. 9 times out of 10, if you talking to a person, they just focused on how much they hate their job, it's like that person is never going to reach a situation where they satisfied, because all they focusing on is hating a job. So if that's what's fueling your moves, like that's not going to end well for you. Instead of me focusing on how much I hate my job, I'm gonna focus instead on what it is that I would like to do, what it is that I would enjoy doing. I'm shifting the focus, man. I'm gonna settle on the best part. You know, we keep the best part preserved for self. Miss Queen, for sure. Everything is good. Everything is everything. We good. Dread Mike, peace. What's happening? Big Smooth, peace. What's happening? What's the word? You know, so again, man, there's somebody out here that's going through way worse than what you're going through. And that's not, and I'm not saying that to try to minimize and, you know what I'm saying, diminish what you got going on. But again, they always tell you in business to, before you make a business decision or a move, always think of the worst case scenario. And a lot of times when you think of the worst case scenario, it's not as bad as you would have imagined or as you were imagining. So life is the same way, man. Like, man, for real, when you think about complaining, just look around and you're going to see some people that's going through way worse than what you're going through. And the moment that you bear witness to that, all of that complaining is going to leave you. Like, you're going to be thankful for the little problems that you're going through. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be grateful because it's somebody that's going through something that's way worse than what you're going through, man. So, you know, you're going to appreciate the little problems that you do have. You know, I know that's what I do. Every time I find myself in one of those ruts, man, when I feel like I'm about to start complaining, I just start analyzing life around me, and I just see instantly 10 people that's doing way worse. Instantly 10 people that's going through something way worse. Instantly 10 people that wish they had my problems to deal with. That's how I gotta focus, man. Like that keeps me centered, that keeps me balanced, that keeps me in a state of expressing gratitude for just being alive, being able to make changes, being able to alter my reality via my thoughts and my ways and actions and all of that good stuff. You know, for real. You know, I got this mind, and this mind is very powerful, man. Hey, Ananias, hey, there you go. Hey, I'm pretty sure you 100% more productive than people that's out here walking. You know, that walking is overrated. There's people out here walking, but they ain't doing nothing with it. You know, I'm pretty sure you more productive than a lot of these folks that got these legs and that's walking. They doing absolutely nothing with that luxury. That's a luxury. You know what I'm saying? And they not doing anything with it. You know? So it's all good. Oh, Dread Mike, for sure. For sure. Y'all already know it. I done talked about the accident that I was in. I mean, I've been in 2 accidents, but one of them was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Again, I settled on the best part. I survived it. I wasn't about to be traumatized by it. I wasn't about to let that affect me going forward, man. I survived that joint. A lot of people wouldn't have survived it. I still got a purpose to fulfill, so let me fulfill it. Let me appreciate life. You know what I'm saying? Let me appreciate life a little more. Man, I'm trying to tell you that this K Reno got a lyric he said, and I relate to this lyric. He said the main thing I complain about is people complaining. I think that's my reality. The main thing I complain about is when other people complain, because that's a pet peeve. Because a lot of times, man, the stuff that people complain about be ridiculous. Just like the coworker, man, I didn't work with plenty of people, man, they complaining about the job. Whole while I'm working the same job that they working, going through the same things that they going through. And it's like, if I'm not happy with this job on the low, I'm creating an exit plan to get up out of there. I'm not about to complain and bring that energy to somebody else on a day-to-day basis. I can't stand with people. To me, that's selfish. Like that's the epitome of selfish. Why do you think I want to hear you? Why do you think I want to receive your negative energy on a daily basis? Like that is just selfish for somebody to be negative every day. Like, come on, man. Like that's ridiculously selfish. I would never put my negative energy on somebody every day, every other day for that matter. Like that's ridiculously selfish. And you got a lot of people that's like that. They have no regard for the other person's vibe, frequency, and energy. They just gonna dish out their negative energy. If they dissatisfied, they feel like everybody needs to know that every day. Man, I don't like being around that. That's that's one of the reasons why I left a few jobs. Like the people. Sometimes the job might not even be that bad. It's the people and the complaining that I can't be around. So I'm like, man, I gotta go because I can't be around these people because all they do is complain. You know what I'm saying? So when the work environment is toxic and I'm around a bunch of people that's complaining, I'm gonna have to leave. That affects me too much, man. I can't be around that. I refuse to be around that. Like I just don't want to be around those type of individuals. If everybody in this workplace is complaining, I got to go. The job might be easy, might be simple, but I can't be around a bunch of complaining people. Like I can't do that. No, cannot do it. Can't be around a bunch of toxic people. Can't be around a bunch of people that all they do is complain and ain't nobody trying to focus on solutions. Not my type of environment. That's why, for the most part, I prefer to work by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I prefer to do solo joints. Like I prefer to do things that don't involve large groups of people, even small groups half the time. Like I prefer to do solo work, man. Let me do my thing. Everybody leave me alone because then that way I don't have to be forced to entertain somebody else's vibe and energy. But for the life of me, I don't understand why just because you feel like you having a bad day that I want to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing the same job you doing. You just automatically assuming my day is going great just because I'm not saying anything about it or I'm choosing not to complain. It's like we got to stop that. That's ridiculous. Like what makes you wake up and say, you know what, I'm having a bad day. I'm finna tell everybody about it. I'm gonna just get on there like the whole 8-hour shift. I'm about to be telling people about my bad day. Like that don't even. I just don't understand what's going through a person's mind, man. Like when they do that. Hey, Moni, there we go. Always be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Breathe in. Like embrace the fact that you breathing. Stop and embrace it. Like, man, I'm breathing. Candace, peace. What's happening? Kenyatta, for sure, man. That's the only way. Like, for real. I don't even. That's the only way. Positive mindset is the only way. A lot of people, when it comes to self help, a lot of people feel like the stuff is corny, cliches, and all of that. Man, I'm telling you, it works wonders. Some of the simple cliches, some of the simple affirmation, some of the most simple affirmations are the most effective. Man, life is really not complicated for real, man. Adopting a positive mindset is really the way to go. Like if you adopt a positive mindset, I'm telling you, you're gonna achieve everything that you want in life. Like really, life is that simple. Literally, just shifting your perception and perspective in life to a more positive mindset. They got a branch of psychology called positive psychology. Study that. Like it's like literally, they then made a branch of psychology around positive thinking. Like some stuff that should be common sense. It's a whole field of study now. Positive psychology. Like for real. This is this is how serious it is. This is how negative we are in society. They had to create a whole branch of psychology called positive psychology. And that's just positive thinking, the effects of positive thinking on the brain and the mind. Why do we have to have a whole field for that? That's because we so negative, we so stressed out, we have anxiety levels through the roof. Man, they didn't have to create positive psychology, which is really common sense. Like RS said, this was common sense. Common sense, cliches. But we have lost our way. We have lost our way 100%. Man, Moni, I'm trying to tell you, and a lot of times I don't know about y'all, but I'm one of the strong friends, the strong family member, the strong co-worker. Like I'm one of them, you know, like I go through my stuff and it ain't even people think that it's like I'm suppressing things. I'm putting them at like sometimes maybe, but most of the time it's just I choose not to complain because like I said, man, life could be worse. You know, so I changed the way I view a situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going through things. Listen, right now, man, listen, my gym flooded. Like my gym flooded, fam. Like I'm waiting. Like they got to repair the whole floor of my gym, and they got to repair some of the walls. You know that's affecting business. You know what I mean? And my cousin died of a heart attack. All this type of stuff, and I'm still fully functioning. You know, if I didn't tell you these things, you wouldn't even know if you had a conversation with me. So I could be sitting here complaining about a lot, but I'm not though. Like, what is that gonna do? I'm not about to just drill somebody with death. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to drill somebody with all my gym flooded, life is over. Nah, it ain't. This the way I took it. I'm like, boom, gym flooded. I needed a new floor anyway. It was time for me to get a new floor. The best part. Yeah, it was frustrating initially how they was handling the situation, but now they handle it. They on top of it because we put pressure on them. So we good, we chilling. You know what I'm saying? So I could be choosing to complain just like everybody else, but no, I'm not. You know, I'm not. Like, I'm going to shift the way that I see something. Again, if something so-called bad happens to you, I'm telling you, there is a lesson in that. So you could either choose on how that's impacting you negatively, or you could extract the lesson from it and keep it pushing and evolve and grow from the situation. The choice is yours. Jay Smooth, man, I'm telling you, that's my guy. That's my guy. Akuma, peace, what's happening? Jay Smooth, I'm gonna say that's a big chunk of the 90% of the population complain, and it's crazy. This is also the crazy thing, and this goes to Moni talking about the coworker. I done had a lot of people come to me, and this is even in my field, fitness, complaining to me about why they can't get in shape or why they won't get in shape because it ain't no cake because they can. You know, why they not in shape, you know, why they not eating right, things like that. Then when I offer solutions, again, this is my field. Y'all think they trying to receive that? No. So they just want to complain, like they don't want to solve these problems because you got a lot of people, you got a lot of places you can go to get your problem solved. Because some of these things y'all complain about, real simple solutions. Real simple solutions. Y'all just want to lack the discipline. When you come to me complaining about how you ain't losing this weight, how you can't lose this weight, I'm going to give you some very simple solutions. It's not if you want to get your weight down, it's really not complicated in theory. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in that work though, and that's discipline, and that's what people do not want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you these solutions so you can stop complaining. But then that's accountability. Once I give you the game, once I say, all right, this will solve your problem, and you choose not to implement what I told you, you accountable now. So now all that complaining is dead because now you know how to solve the problem. You just chose not to. So now I really don't want to hear you. You know, so all of these things that we be complaining about, man, I'm telling you, the solutions are very simple in theory, man. You just got to put in work. And people don't want to do that. They don't want to have a discipline when it comes to certain realms of life, you know? Moni, I'm trying to tell that question right there stumps everybody. What is your solution? Nice, there you go. That's the best part. You know what I'm saying? That's the best part. Moni, man, simple. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can go through a lot of self-help cliche quotes. And I mean, I'm telling you, life is what you make it. How simple does that sound? How cliche is that? But it's right and exact. It's just right and exact. Like, it is really that life is what you make it. Perception is reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is real simple. These are the keys. They tell you things about, you know what I'm saying? We got universal laws of cause and effects, correspondence, things like that. Real simple. Real simple. Whatever you dish out, you receive. You know what I'm saying? Like law of attraction, all of this type of stuff is real simple. These laws are real simple. Yet we want to make them very complicated. We want to make life very complicated. When you read a self-help book, I mean, that's going to have the most simplistic advice ever. And that be the advice that people have a hard time implementing because it's just so simple. Just what Moni said, life is what you make it. You tell somebody that, they're going to complicate that. Well, not all the time. Right there, now you complicating it. Now you have complicated it. You have just took that simple quote and you have made it complicated when you did not need to just do that. And that would prove the quote correct. Soon as somebody tell you life is what you make it, and then you start saying, Well, not all the time. You proving that quote to be correct because you just made it complicated. You just made your life complicated by disagreeing with the quote. Man, Dread Mike, I'm trying to tell you, don't even get me started on, just don't even get me started on some of the things that people be complaining to me about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, so this is really like this your problem in life. Like this is your problem in life. Like for real. Like I be wanting to really, when people like certain problems, I just be wanting to look at people like this what you complain about. Like it almost be laughable. Like this what you mad about. Seriously. Dean, peace, what's happening? Soul Flow, peace, what's happening? Akuma, oh yeah, Lupe, yeah, that's that joint. That's that joint for sure. Sweet Tea, peace, what's happening? Vent do, peace, what's happening? I'm trying, some people just like hearing themselves talk. And I'm trying to tell you. Again, I feel like that's a large percentage of the population. You know, and that's why, like I said, being an introvert, it sucks because at times I don't want to say I'm forced into listening, but at times it's just like because I don't feel like talking. So at times that's why I receive a lot of this energy. Empaths, you know what I'm saying? That's why I receive a lot of energy because a lot of times I just don't even, for one, I don't want to be bothered. For two, I don't feel like talking a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just receiving all of these words that somebody else is dishing out, you know? And I do everything to try to let this person know I'm not in the mood for listening to that. You know what I'm saying? I do everything to let this person know I'm not paying attention to what they're saying and they still talk. Meaning they just want to hear themselves talk at that point because they know I'm not interested. I'm not giving you any type of indication that I'm interested in what you're saying, and yet you still going. Like, I don't understand how people are not that conscious. Like, I know when I'm speaking some negativity to another person. In my mind, I'm like, man, this person don't want to be bothered with this negativity. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, that's before I even start to vent like that, in my mind, that's how it's already being processed. Like, man, I don't even want to hit this person with all of this nonsense. Conscious, like in my mind, that's where I'm at with it. So I just don't understand how you could just boom, lay everything out on a person and then just walk off like that's what's up. Yeah, Dread Mike. Hey, some of some of them child support situations, man, some of the money that they be getting and then be complaining about not getting, I'd be like, wow, yeah, I wish I could receive that. Aaron, for sure. You know, and I'm not really too good with excuses. At the end of the day, I'm gonna always look in the mirror and be like, all right, man, this didn't unfold the way I wanted it to unfold, the way I needed it to unfold. Here's what I did wrong. Here's what I did right. Here's how we're going to improve this going forward. That's how I got to break down the situation. Man, Moni, I'm trying to tell you, I'm sick of it, man. I'm trying to tell you, the world would be a better place if people just stop complaining because it doesn't do any. What you focus on grows. I don't know how many times I got to repeat that. What you focus on grows. So if you are complaining for the majority of your day, that is what is going to grow in your life. Whatever it is that you're complaining about, those circumstances will continue to grow in your life. It is really that simple. That's why these people always have things to complain about because that's what you are focusing on. So if you want the world to go in a different direction, complainer, stop complaining. You keep complaining, then you're going to keep attracting situations to complain about. I don't like complaining. So I'm not going to focus on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to focus on that. Like for real. Just fresh peace. Always the basics. I tell people this as a trainer. I tell people this all the time. Because a lot of people be tagging me in a lot of these fitness videos where people be doing crazy things. And I tell people straight up, I say, really, all you got to do is stick to the basics when it comes to weightlifting. And you can hit every body goal that you have. Do the basic lifts. Man, you don't have to do nothing fancy in the gym. I don't do anything fancy in the gym. My routine is very basic. Very basic. I don't do anything fancy in the gym, man. I do very basic routine. I do basic lifts. I do the lifts that they did back when they invented weightlifting. Like I do those lifts. I'm not doing anything crazy in the gym. The basics, man. Always, I stick to the basics. Master the basics. We try to skip past the basics and master the intricate stuff. That don't even make any sense. You ain't mad. You gonna skip basic math and try to master geometry and trigonometry. Like, man, you ain't even mastered simple addition and subtraction yet. But now you want to go right to geometry and trigonometry and think you about to master that. Like, no. Basics, man. Stick to them basics. I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to math, the basics get me further in life than the intricate stuff. The simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. That's gotten me through life. And those are the basics. I don't have to apply the intricate stuff, man. I apply those basics every day, though. I apply basic math on a daily basis. So the basics always wins. When in doubt, go to the basics. Go back to the basics. When in doubt, go back to the basics. For real. Jarrell, peace, what's happening? Beast by Bless on out. Peace. A lot of peace. Need a peace when what's happening? What's the word? Disciple of Christ, peace. Oh, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't even look at it. I don't even look at my cousin's death as a loss necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't even looking at it as a loss. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, it's lessons to be learned from that. You know, I learned some personal lessons from my cousin's death, so that ain't a loss. You know, and I got a lot of memories with the cousin. So that ain't a loss. You know what I'm saying? We didn't warn in a lot of different ways. You know what I'm saying? Back when you go back to certain African cultures, like they celebrate death, man. I watch some funerals, some African funerals, and they dancing all night. Like they partying. You know what I'm saying? So hey, for real. That's really what it's supposed to be, a celebration of life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even look at it as a loss. My man's did a 39-year bid, almost made it to 40. Hey, he accomplished a lot. You know, so it's all good. I can learn a lot from his life. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot from him. So hey, I gained. So I won. I won by having my cousin in my life for my entire life. So that's a W to me. So I didn't really lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. It's all good. Monia, for sure. They love playing the victim role. They love it. They love it. Terenzo, peace. What's happening? Yeah, Moni, for sure. Gotta crawl before you can walk, for sure. Shoot. And you gotta be born in order to crawl. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be born in order to crawl. Oh yeah, Terenzo. Yeah, shout out. Hey, shout out to all the people that hit the workout today. You know, I had to post my joint. Like I said, I don't care how hard life getting for me. Hey, the working out, we staying consistent with that. Big Smooth, always keep it simple, stupid. Y'all know the acronym KISS, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Some of the best advice you could live by. Keep it simple, stupid. Black Pill, peace. What's going on? Audrey Mike, that man, I got that book somewhere behind me. That book is a jewel. But yeah, you can make money or make excuses. You know what I'm saying? Can't make them both for sure. I'm good on excuses. You know, I make solutions. That's it. I got a problem. Where there's a problem, there is a solution. It's real simple. You know what I'm saying? Where there is a problem, there is also a solution. Meaning this problem can be solved, meaning this problem is not permanent, it's temporary. So I can solve it. So why I'm not about to walk around crying and complaining. Like, no, it's a problem. We have a solution to the problem. Let me do that. Let me put in some work. Let me put in this work to try to solve this problem. So I'm good on all that complaining, man. Everybody know how I get down. I'm good on it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm working out, I ain't complaining about my workout. Man, I lift some very heavy weight. It is what it is. It's time to do it. I gotta do it. I gotta be fit, gotta be strong, gotta be healthy. So hey, that's it. That's my mindset. Gotta do it by any means necessary. You know, so I shift the way I see things when I'm lifting these weights. That's why we call things lightweight. Yeah, it might be 400 pounds on this bar, but it's lightweight. That help us get it up. You know, that helps us get the weight up. You know, we changing the perspective, man. Paradigm shift. Paradigm shift, man. I'm telling you, I'm all about creating my own reality. You know, that's where the metaphysics come into play. Creating that own reality, man. Creating your own reality. I'm an advocate of that. I'm an advocate of it, man. I'm telling you, it happens easily. Every time I speak something into the atmosphere, man, I get it. Never fails, man. I get it in due time. That's why I'm always speaking things into the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? If I want something, speak it into the atmosphere, and I put in the work. I put in the work on a day-to-day basis, man. All you gotta do, stay consistent with it. Put in the work on a day-to-day basis. Speak what you want into the atmosphere, and you're gonna get it. Simple. No need to complicate it. Terenzo, 100%. You know what I'm saying? 100%. So that's why it's like I'm not walking around sad. I'm not walking around, you know what I'm saying? I ain't walking around any type of way, you know? It might have hit me for a brief second, and then I snap back like, all right, man, let's go ahead and live. Let's go ahead and live. Let's celebrate the life. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no time to cry. This ain't no time for that, you know? I mean, if that's how some people gonna choose to grieve, then that's what it is. But I'm not choosing to grieve like that. I'm not choosing to grieve like that at all. What am I grieving about? Like I said, man, I got plenty of valuable memories with dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna focus on that. Easy. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So hey, like you say, perception is reality. That's how I'm choosing to perceive the situation. That's how I choose to perceive a lot of situations, you know, and that keeps me going. That keeps me elevating. That keeps me evolving, you know, and that's what I'm about, growth, evolution. And I strive to hang around people that's on the same type of frequency, the same channel. You know what I'm saying? I strive to build with those type of individuals. That's why when folks not on it, like I don't be trying to hear anything they got going on. You know, it be written all over my face when I'm talking to somebody that's complaining or somebody that's just not on what I'm striving to be on, man. Like it's all over my face. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't have time for what you're talking about. Keep it pushing. Take that to somebody else. You know, at some point, we get a little too old to be having those ridiculous conversations, man. That's not about building, not about health. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 32 going on 33, man. I'm not trying to, I don't want to talk about gossip all day. Like, I need to talk about health, man. Like, what we doing to be healthy? I need to talk about fitness. I need to talk about financial literacy. I need to talk about business. I need to talk about the books we just read. Like, come on, man. Like, we be having conversations at 35, 40, 45 that we supposed to have, that we was having at 18, 17, 15. Like, I don't have time for those conversations, man. We should have got all of that out of our system then. We be having high school conversations, man, at 40, at 35, for real. Jose, peace. CEO, peace. What's happening? Uncle Stu, peace. Appreciate that donation for sure. But man, I don't have, I can't do that, man. Like, why am I'm 32 having conversations that I had back in high school and middle school? Nah, man, I'm good. Half the time, man, I don't even be hipped on a lot of trending topics, man. I don't even be hip. Like sometimes, like it had to be somebody who I really fool with for me to even look into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's something toxic. But a lot of times, man, I don't fully know what be happening out here. You know, and I do that on purpose. Like I may see it on a certain, like I may see what people are talking about, but I haven't looked into it. You know what I'm saying? I choose what I look into. You know, so I may see what people talking about on Facebook, on Instagram. I may see it, But I'm not gonna look into it if it's something that's not, or if it's like some entertainment, got like some, you know what I'm saying, like Kardashian, and like I'm not looking into that. Like, no, nope, not looking into it. I saw it, I'm not looking into it. Or I saw somebody post an article on, nope, not looking into it, not investing in that. It had to be some people that I rock with for me to tap in and actually dive into the content. Other than that, man, I'm not even gonna entertain it. I choose, you know what I'm saying, what I look into, what I research in this day and age, you know. So I don't really even care what people are talking about for the most part. Like I said, a lot of times I'm not even fully hip to the circumstances. Like, I'm gonna give y'all a prime example of something that I didn't even tap into. That Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing. That was going on for a minute. I don't listen to Tory Lanez music and I don't listen to Megan Thee Stallion. So I said, why am I about to even act like I care about what's going on there? I don't fool with neither one of them like that. So I didn't even look into it. The only reason I knew some of the stuff because people around me was talking about it. But I didn't personally choose to look into what was going on because I don't care about anybody that was involved in it. So I didn't look into it. Now, I'm not saying you one way because you looked into it, because it may have something to do with what you do, or you may be interested in that, or you may listen to the artist. But since I don't fool with either party, I was like, man, I don't really care about looking into this, so I didn't. So when people are bringing it up, I just be like, man, I don't even really too much know much about it because I'm not looking into it. I'm not wasting my time looking into that because I don't really care about the parties involved. I don't listen to their music. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to know about it. I don't care. I don't care about it at all. You know, so I pick and choose what I'm going to research and look into. Like, I'm conscious of all of that. I'm mindful of all of that. I'm not just going to look into something because it's popular and everybody's talking about it. I ain't rocking like that. D Monty, peace, what's happening? Oh, Torenzo, man, I'm trying to tell you, a lot of times they don't ever catch on. Shoot, that's the part, like you say, that's the oxymoron. They catching on by not catching on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I pick and choose my media wisely. Like, I'm not gonna dive into something because it's these rappers or it's these entertainers. Like, if I don't too much care for them, then I'm not going to further research the situation and waste my time just so I can fit in with society and have this conversation about this. Like, I'm cool with not knowing what y'all talking about. You know, I'm cool with saving that space in my brain for something more beneficial. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool if y'all talking about something and I'm not hip because I didn't look into it. Like, I'm cool. You know, there's been plenty of things that have happened recently that I'm like, man, I'm not even gonna waste my time and look into that, man. I just don't care. And that Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion thing was one of those situations. I legit did not care because I don't care about either party involved. So I'm not going to invest my energy into that. It's other things that I wanted to research. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to study, I'm trying to get my discipline back up, things like that. So I'm reading a book on discipline, the power of self-discipline. I'm like, that's more important. That's more important to me than to finding out the verdict of a Tory Lanez situation. I don't care about dude. Don't care about them like that. Miss Nia, peace, what's happening? Moni, man, I'm trying to tell you, you know, and I'm real mindful in regards to what I feed the mind. That's why, for the life of me, that's why I don't like when people come around me complaining, because I got to filter out the BS. So when you around me and you complaining, it's hard for me to filter out this BS. So you getting on my nerve, you irritate me. Like on YouTube, I could just not tap in to a video. I could be like, I'm not watching that. TV, same way. I'm like, I'm not watching that, turning this on. Music, I'm not listening to that. But when I'm at work and I got to be around somebody, like, I can't do that. So now you making me work that much harder to ignore you. I don't like that. Like, I don't like that. I don't want to have to work hard to ignore somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, get away from me with that complaining, because I do a good job at filtering out the BS in my life. You're not about to come ruin that. So get from around me with that. You know, Dipset got a song back there called Get From Around Me. That's what I be having to tell the people, man. Get from around me with that, man. Oh, D Monty for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like it's y'all already know that how the TV world trying to corrupt us. King repeats, what's at it? Moni, exactly. Don't know we exist, and most of them don't even care that you exist. These old arrogant, stuck up. Matter of fact, I ain't even forget the arrogant, stuck up part. Puppets, man, like they puppets. I got a book right here. It's called Esoteric Hollywood: Sex, Cults, and Symbols in Films. It lets you know. It lets you know how much of a slave, how much of a zombie, how much of a puppet some of your favorite, you know what I'm saying, entertainers are. So look at this book, Esoteric Hollywood. Like it's real in the field. And I ain't about to waste my time debating about these puppets. I ain't about to do that. I'm good. Kurt Peace, what's happening? Yeah, I'm not about to waste time debating about some puppets, man. Debating about some people that went through some mind controlling methods and they not hip to the knowledge of themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for that at all. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't perform all these rituals and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to cut ties. They trying to cut ties with the beast, and now they got to go through what they go through. Like I already know how the game works, so I ain't got time for it. I ain't got time for it. I ain't about to feed them. I ain't about to become a part of the ritual by entertaining it. See, a lot of times we don't understand that. We become a part of the ritual by entertaining the madness. So I'm good. I ain't trying to be a part of no rituals, you know? So when you entertain a lot of this nonsense, man, you becoming a part of a ritual and you don't even know it. A lot of times you don't even know it. You entertaining a lot of this BS, you becoming a part of a ritual. And now they got you. They ain't finna get me. Nope. They ain't about to get me. I'm not about to become part of that. For real, you know. And I talk about the rituals and stuff like that all the time. It's real, like this is real life. Rituals and always been a part of life. That's what I talk about. Always been a part of life. So this ain't no spooky business. We didn't always dealt with rituals. You know what I'm saying? It's just these people be dealing with rituals for not so good reasons. And I ain't trying to become part of that. I ain't becoming a part. I ain't even trying to. I ain't becoming a part of that. D Monty for sure. Hey, that herbal business. Let's get it. Let's get it. But yeah, I'm not becoming a part of a ritual. You know what I'm saying? By entertaining some of this madness out here. For real, man. People be talking about some of these entertainers. I'll be like, yep, cool. Sign me out. Log me out. You know, I'm not talking about it. I don't care about them. And I'll be adamant about it. Like that's why half the time y'all don't see me talking about stuff that's trending unless, like I said, it's somebody that I fool with or it's a topic that's relevant to what I be on anyway. You know, if that's the case, then I'm definitely gonna talk about it. I'm definitely gonna tap in. You know, but if it ain't anything that's relevant, which 90% of the time for me is not, I'm gonna keep it pushing, man. I'm all about self-development. You know, I'm all about self-development. I'm all about uncovering the truth. You know, I'm all about doing the knowledge that a lot of people are afraid to do. Like I said, this book I just brought up about esoteric Hollywood. A lot of people, man, they ain't trying to get that knowledge anymore. Like this was something that they was interested in like 10, 12 years ago, and they still wasn't really doing the knowledge thoroughly then. But it's like I'm trying to uncover the truth. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to peep the symbolism, you know, because again, they putting the truth in plain sight. So I need to know, all right, if I do watch something, I'm watching it to figure out what they planning. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm tapped in. Let me figure out what they planning so I can be prepared. You know, I ain't dealing with the ignorance is bliss in regards to what they planning. Forget all of that. I need to know like what they got planned for me, man, so I can adapt and adjust. You know what I mean? Dean, let's get it. Yeah, let's get it. D Monty, what you say? You have any? Whoa, hold up. You have any tips for mid-20s? I'm starting to set my framework out. Tips for the business tip 101. The business tip 101. Do you focus on this right here? There's no way you not gonna succeed. Business tip 101. And they're gonna tell everybody should tell you this. But before you go into business, before you launch your business, make sure you have your target audience thoroughly defined. Do not go into, like, a lot of people make the mistake. They make a few mistakes. They trying to target everybody. Like, nah, like, I'm not, like, even on YouTube in the gym, like, I'm not suitable for everybody. I'm not trying to train everybody. I'm not trying to talk to everybody on YouTube. I'm not trying to make user-friendly content. Like, nah, my content is only for a select few. It's a niche. So you got to make sure you define your target audience. And I'm talking about to a T. I mean, you should know the exact person. Like, you should know everything. They spending habits. You know what I'm saying? What colors they like. You know what I'm saying? Like, what books they read, what books they don't read. You should know everything about this person. The more tapped in you are with this person, the easier it will be for you to reach this person. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the best business advice, man. Before you launch a business, define your target audience. You have got to define your target audience, and it has to be as specific as possible. Don't generalize and say, my target audience is black people. No, that's dead. It has to be narrowly defined. So all the details, I mean, make it as detailed as possible. Make it as detailed as possible. Now, some life advice in the mid-20s. My life advice, which is what I would have told myself, and this is, again, this cliche, don't listen to everybody else in regards to which direction your life should go. Listen to yourself. Do what you know you need to do. Matter of fact, do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You the best knower of self. If I would have just did what I wanted to do right out of high school, I'd be in a different position right now. But I let everybody persuade me and influence me to take different directions, and that messed me up in my 20s. I already knew what it was that I should have did. I did not do it. I let everybody get in my head. You know what I'm saying? So make the sacrifices, man. It's the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So take the risk early. The earlier you take the risk, the better. You know what I'm saying? So you in your 20s, man, you could take some risks, man. You can make some extreme sacrifices. Make them. Make them. Don't let anybody instill fear in you. Don't let anybody try to push you away from manifesting the goal. That might be too hard. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Forget what they talking about. Do it. Do it. If the business got to fold, it's got to fold. So now you know what not to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, do it. If you got something that you feel like you want to do that. Don't contemplate. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate, because you never know. You don't know where you're going to be a week from now. Do it. Put it into motion. Don't ask for permission. Don't go asking for it. Nah, don't do that. Put it into motion. Do it. Oh, man, I want to start this herbal business. Do it. Don't let anybody talk you out of that, because that's what people are going to do. Do it. You know what I'm saying? When you get it in your mind, do it. What's the worst? Like I said, what's the worst that can happen? Oh, I did it. It didn't work. So now I had to do something else. That don't sound too bad to me. I'm trying to tell you, if I would have listened to myself at 18, it'd be a different ball game. It'd be a different ball game. But I just let people get in my head. And some of these people ain't mean no harm. I just knew myself, and I knew what I should have did. But I was just listening to everybody around me. I'm living for other people. Like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. If somebody telling you something, I don't care if it's a parent, grandparent, and they don't mean any harm. It may sound good, but you just know it ain't right for you. Respectfully be like, hey, I hear y'all, but I'm still gonna do X, Y, and Z, because I feel like this is the better move for me. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just do that. You gotta do what's best for you. Because don't nobody, like, I don't care who it is, nobody knows what's best for you other than you. That your mama don't know what's best for you, your daddy don't know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. Dean, I'm trying to tell you, that it don't make no money. That's what got me all messed up. They got you chasing money. How you gonna make money doing that? What type of money does that make? But me being 18, that got to me. I'm like, Dad, y'all right. I don't know if I can make money doing that. And you know, the world wasn't as with the technology, you know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't see all the people making the money in some of these fields back then, like you can see them now. So it was like, Dad, you started to believe it a little bit. Like, dang, man, I don't know if I could really make money doing this like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could really earn a living and take care of myself, take care of my family doing this. Y'all might be right. So you bought into it back in the day. Oh, wow, man. Man, you could make money doing anything. Like, for real. And what's crazy is the more defined the niche, the better. So if the crazier it sounds, like the better it will be, because you're going to have a real defined niche. And man, that's business 101. That's business 101. I'm only 100%. And that's all people do. Project their fears. Like, you start talking about going into business for yourself. Oh, they finna tell you a million reasons why you shouldn't do that. And it's all the fears that they have if they were striving to do that. Like, nah, I'm not you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not you. So I hear you, but nah, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree. Like, it's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree here. You know, I hear you though. Like, yeah, you want to start a business because of X, Y, and Z, but see, that's you. The big difference between me and you. I'm ready for this. The real, my brother, appreciate that donation for sure. But that's what people do, man. They project them fears on you. And I ain't got time for it. That's why I had stopped, which is another piece of advice. I stopped sharing my goal, like my visions and all of that with people. I just stopped. Some bit like that may go contrary to some business advice. They tell you to share your goals with people in regards to accountability, because it goes like this. If I share my goal with a person, like somebody else knows something that I said that I was going to do, so now I got to be accountable for doing it. Like, nah, that's cool. You got to share it with the right person. But I'm of the belief that I'm not sharing anything with anybody. Y'all gonna see the end result. Like, I'm tired of sharing stuff with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I know it's something that needs to be done, like, I don't care what you think. I'm just gonna do it anyway. So why I need to share this with you? I don't care what you think. I don't care about your opinion. I'm finna do this. You know, so you just gonna have to see the end result. My brother Antonio, peace. Like, I'm done. I'm burnt out on sharing things, sharing my visions with people, sharing my goals with people. Like, I'm burnt out on that. I'm burnt out on it. Like, I can't stand when I share something with somebody and the vibe is just negative. Like, are you sure you want to do? Stop talking to me. Like, you talking to me like I'm an idiot. Like, I share something with you. Like, you sure you want? Like, I didn't think about it before I. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, I can't stand that type of vibe. You sure you want to do that? And start hitting you with a bunch of scenarios like you didn't think this out. Like, you didn't think about any of the possibilities, the cons. I can't stand it. Like, I'm like, all right, I ain't finna tell somebody. I am not gonna tell anybody about it. Very select few gonna have knowledge of what it is that I'm about to do. Very select few. Man, Moni, man, I'm telling you, most people, like, and it'd be some of the people that's smiling all in your face, shaking your hand, patting you on the back. Again, I don't share things with people. D Monty, my brother, appreciate that donation. But yeah, I'm done with it. Like, I may share things, and the messed up part, I share something on this platform because I'm probably give more support. You know what I'm saying? So I might share something on here. I might share something in places where I know people gonna support it. But like in my physical, like, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't got time for that. I'm gonna share my joints where I know people gonna support it and dish positive energy my way. Hold up, y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I get updates about my cousin's funeral. I gotta be a pallbearer at this joint. They sending me what I gotta wear out here. We gotta wear black suits, white shirts, black ties. We going hard for the cuzzo for the pallbearers, man. We finna be black suited out. Black suited out, man. But I had to get the update out here. Shoot, I gotta get it. Your boy don't wear suits like that. I gotta get me a black suit. But all right, but yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, Moni. Yep. I definitely keep my mouth shut. Definitely keep it shut. I didn't learn that. I didn't learn that the hard way. I definitely keep it shut. Like, I keeps it shut. You know, like the gym. I opened that gym, man. People ain't even know I was doing it. They knew it when I was in the process of doing it. By that time, it was already happening. So I was like, all right, so y'all can hate now. I did it now. Jarrell, let's get. Hey, we tapped in. Anais, man, and I ain't even gonna lie. You know, I didn't talked about uh I didn't talked about my struggles with insecurity back in the day. So that affect me. Like I was I second guess the hell out of myself. You know, and that's why I didn't like that's why people was able to talk me out of doing what I knew I should have did back in the day, because that was an effect from that insecurity that was killing me. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody would say something, like if I hit them with a vision that I had and they'd tell me why it's bad, like due to the fact that I had them effects from insecurity, it caused me to second guess the decision, and more than likely, I was gonna gravitate toward what somebody else said. I snapped out of that though. I don't care what you talking about now. Like, nah, I know this gonna work. For real. D Monty, everything. CC Trucker Peace, what's happening? Shout out to Just J for sure. You say, what you think of this new competitive wage of folks always wanting to outshine another person and bragging? Social media gave birth to that. I ain't gonna say that, but social media has made that worse. It has intensified that. It has intensified that. Social media has intensified that, and a lot of time it's people out here giving a facade. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people be looking at a life that somebody is living, and they ain't even really living like that. You know what I'm saying? But man, like I don't get caught up in that. I don't care. Like if a brother is out here doing something that I'm not doing, like he doing so-called better than me, man, I'm about to applaud that brother. I'm gonna congratulate that brother. I'm gonna congratulate that sister. I'm not about to hate. That don't even make any sense to me. Like that's never been my motivation. That's never been my fuel. Like I ain't never looked at the next man, be like, oh, they doing this, I could do that too. I need to get on that. Like I'm nah, that don't fuel me. Like no, like I really don't get how people do that. I don't spend that much time looking at somebody else and what they doing. Like I don't, man, I just don't do that. Like even on YouTube, like I do content on YouTube, man. I don't even be looking at other YouTubers like, oh, this what they doing, and then get to hating. Like, nah, man, I be happy. Man, listen, I be seeing some of the people, like some of the rappers I listen to as underground, and I be seeing they might be talking about the same stuff I'm talking about, got more subscribers. I'm happy. I'm like, man, I say that this gives me hope that the Jews that I'm dropping, like it's a larger audience out here. That gives me hope. I'm not looking at them like, oh man, they ain't talking about nothing. They talking about the same stuff I'm talking about. I should have 60,000 subscribers. Why they got it? Man, no, that's dead. I'm happy. I'm like, man, this is beautiful to see. It's beautiful to see somebody talk about something I'm talking about, and they platform is X, Y, and Z. Like I don't have time for that. Like I'm not about to be looking at folks and just get the urge to hate and then want to outshine them. Man, that man, I ain't got time. That's envy, that jealousy, and all of that. I'm not fueled by that. I'm not fueled by it. And that braggadocio nonsense, nope. Don't have time for that. Because all it takes is for a split second, and all of that can be gone. All that stuff you bragging about in a split second, that can be gone. In a split second, that's gone. In a split second. So I ain't bragging. I'm thankful. Instead of bragging, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Everything I have, I'm thankful. I'm grateful for it. I ain't finna brag though, because I could wake up tomorrow and this all can be gone. So I'm thankful. Everything that I have, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't guaranteed. It ain't guaranteed this stuff gonna remain in my life. So I'm grateful for it. So the audacity that people had to brag about material things, and a lot of these material things that they bragging about don't even have value. The moment you put those shoes on, they lose value. The moment you drive that car off the lot, it loses value. Like we brag about a bunch of things that don't have value. We brag about things that we don't even own half the time. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that at all. Oh, Antonio, for sure. Tell me about it. Tell me about that. Man, D Monty, I'm trying to tell you, that's why I go so hard. That's why I go so hard promoting underground stuff. Like I go hard trying to put people on underground stuff that I feel like a lot of people don't know about. I go hard doing that because it's a mainstream joints. They got money. They got a lot of money behind them. They got powerful machines behind them. Folks on the underground don't. So it's up to the people to get these people in rotation, to put these people in circulation. It's up to us. Like the people got to push these folks. Like we the people got to push some of these folks that's underground because they ain't got these big machines that's backing them and supporting them. You know, so that's why I go hard trying to promote a lot of underground music, a lot of underground content, because they don't have big money backing them. They don't have big machines backing them. So I'm like, all right, we the people. We gotta put them out here. So I'm always doing that. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Well, I'm trying to tell you. I'm thankful for everything I got. Cause I come on. It's people that ain't got nowhere near close to what I have. The last thing you about to catch me doing is bragging about it. For the light. And then, man, I don't even want to call him a homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Because this former, I don't deal with dudes that hang out like that, you know, that roll like this. CC Peace, appreciate the donation. But man, I got people that I grew up with back in the day. Man, they get on Facebook and do dumb stuff like post how much money they making. You know what I'm saying? Like posting these designer clothes. These designer clothes made by folks that don't even like people with your skin tone. And man, it be foolish. Then they go get robbed or something and be the first ones to get on social media crying about the fact that they got robbed, calling these dudes lame. All these lame dudes. First of all, you the lame dude for putting all your information out here on Facebook and Instagram. You made it easy for these so-called lame dudes to rob you in the first place. Listen, if my car gets posted on Facebook, it was indirectly. You know what I'm saying? I was working out and somebody seen my car in the background or something. Like I don't post none of that stuff on, man, I'm not posting that. I'm not gonna post my salary on the, man, I want people to think I'm as poor as possible. Leave me alone. I want people to think I ain't got no car. I want people to think I don't live and I'm homeless. I live in my gym. Like, come on, think that, please. Think that. I ain't got time for that. I don't know what dudes be on with that, man. But I know people like that personally. Man, I'm hoodied out, man. I'm looking like I'm working out most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to be, I'm good. I'm about to walk around posting these designer clothes, $400. Man, I'm talking about dudes. Man, I had homeboy posted $700, $800 flip-flops. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, why are you spending that much on some flip-flops, man? Why? Please explain to me why you doing that. That makes zero sense. And you bragging, are you posting it online? And you don't think it's people out here watching that? I can't take it, man. That's some of the silliest stuff I've ever seen in my life. When dudes get online, and then the same dudes that get online and do that start calling women gold diggers. Bro, that's what you think you're gonna attract by getting on social media, being flashy and braggadocio. What you think you about that? What type of woman you think? The women that I know that are decent, that doesn't turn them on. They not attracted to that. So you turning them off. Instead, the gold digger's about to find your platform. Oh, look at dude. He posted some $800 slippers. Look at dude. He dressed in all design. Look at dude. He posted how much he making a month. You about to attract the women that's all they after. The ones that ain't after, the ones that don't care about that, they turned off. They like, why is dude doing this? I'm going elsewhere. Man, hey, D Monty. Man, K Reno, bro, I'm trying to tell you. Anybody on here listening to me right now, go find K Reno, go find his channel, and go listen to all his music. Man, that dude, man, listen. He almost single-handedly responsible for me becoming who I am. I'm trying to tell you. For real. I give that man major props. I give props when they do. Like I never hate. I'm gonna give that man props. You know what I'm saying? His music got me through life at a time where I was striving to find myself. You know what I'm saying? It helped carve out my identity. Straight up. Kurt, what you say? Do you think we brag about things with no value because of the content we consume, or do you think that behavior is generationally passed down? Kurt, the answer to that, both. is because of the content we consume. And then once we consume that content and we become that type of person, then we pass that energy down. So it's both. So we consume the content that got us bragging about things with no value, and then we pass that down because we become that person. So now we pass it down. So now you got people, and this is what I mean by this. Like my homeboy that's bragging about that's showing off his designer clothes. What does he do for his children? He put his children in designer clothes. Like he buy his children the most expensive children clothes. We talking about children who don't care anything about this. So then when you do that, now what type of child are you creating? Now they gonna grow up and they gonna want all these expensive clothes because that's what you was buying for them originally. So now we got a cycle. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen it. I've seen people try to put their kids in I'm talking about the most name brandish of clothing. Like these are kids, man. This is a 1-year-old. They don't care anything about having Jordans on. Like, what are you doing? They don't care anything about any of that. So you making them name brand conscious. You know what I'm saying? You making that important in their lives early on. You forcing it on them. So now all they know is Jordans. All they know is all of these designer clothes. That's all they know. You know what I'm saying? So now they have grown into that. They have grown up in that type of environment. I've seen that literally. DeMonte, affiliate marketing. I know all about affiliate marketing. You know what I'm saying? I got books on it. I've set up a few websites, affiliate marketing websites. So I know how dangerous I know how dangerous it is, and I know how dangerous it can be. Like I've studied that. You know what I'm saying? So I know how that game go terribly. That's why I know, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how I can that's why a lot of things I say about subliminal messaging and persuasion and influence, like it's right and exact. And that's why they pay so much for these ads, man. Y'all be thinking, a lot of people be thinking these ads don't have any effect on them because they like ignoring them or scrolling it. Like, nah, they do. CC Peace, what's happening? Richie is Peace, what's happening? And Moni, I'm trying to tell you, I want people to think I'm straight homeless. Like for real. I'm not even lying. I am not lying. Like I go hard for that. Like, hey, y'all, I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got nothing. I just don't. I mean, I ain't gonna say I don't understand it because I get it because I just studied the mindset. But man, I'd never be that person. Aaron, Peace, what's happening? I'd never be that person. I'm trying to tell you, man. I mean, a 2-year-old. Why are you buying them Like, why are you buying them designer clothes? Like, why are you doing that? So they can mess it up anyway. Like that makes absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. But I see that all the time. Man, my kid gonna be fresh. My kid gonna be this, that, and the third. Kid don't know nothing about being fresh. They can't even talk. Man, you talking about they gonna be fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like you worried about your 8-month-old being fresh. Man, I don't have time for that, man. As long as they got on some clean clothes, we good. They finna throw up on the clothes anyway. They finna, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got time. Anybody got time for that? Man, they finna go outside and muddy the clothes up. What I care about them being fresh for? You know, so people can give off this facade, give off this image. Like I'm good. I'm good. I don't care what y'all think about me. I know the truth. I know the truth, and that's all that matters to me. I don't care what y'all think. I know the truth. Like I'm done caring about what other folks think. I'm done caring about how somebody perceives my life, what I got going on. I'm done trying to be perfect in everybody else's eyes. Man, man, we know people ain't perfect. So I'm not even about to line things up like I got like everything is just perfect over here. Man, y'all know that that's some BS. Man, Big Smooth, listen. If I buy some $800 flip-flops, them joints, like, listen, I'm hanging them, they gonna be on the front, like I'm putting them in a frame, like they gonna hang up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to wear those. Like I can't even. I can't walk around in $800 flip flop. I can't do that. That don't even like. I just could not do that. We gonna hang them joints up on the wall. Look at my $800 flip flops. You know what I'm saying? Look at them. And DeMonte, I'm trying to tell you, man, and you know, working in the bank, I can tell you, yep. I done seen people cause their accounts to go in the negative, trying to make sure their kids fresh. You could have saved that money. You could have saved that overdraft fee. But your kids need these $300 jeans. No, they do not. Now you paying the overdraft fee plus the 300 that you in the negative. Now you got to pay a 35 on top of that just because you didn't. Nah, come on, man. I ain't got time for that. Man, Dean, I'm trying to tell you, man, $200-$300 on some clothes. Man, you know how many shares of certain stocks you can buy? Man, I got some stocks right now, man. That's like $9, fam. Like $9. You could have bought like 20. You could have bought like 20 shares of that joint. And it's a dividend stock, man. So again, like you could have bought 20 shares, but you bought a pair of shoes that ain't about to give you no return on any type of investment. Like for real. Man, Big Smooth, I'm trying to tell you, man, for real. Man, listen, $800 slippers. Man, y'all better stop playing with me. Y'all better stop playing. Ain't no way. I got some flip flops and I just spent $800 on them. And you think I'm about to wear them? Man, please. Like that's crazy. Like that's crazy to me. Like for real, that's just crazy to me. But dude, bro was Brad. And what's crazy is me and dude used to rock. Like this was back in high school when I was into that. But I still wasn't spending that type of money on no shoes. But man, this was actually one of my closest friends. Like this is what dude be on. But dude used to be on it then. Like, man, I ain't got time for that. Like that hurts thinking about that. Like, man, spending $800 on just some flip like that hurts to think about it. No. Like I'm good, man. Like I'm good. I didn't, man, listen. I'll rock a pair of shoes now until you can't rock them anymore. Like that's how we gonna go. Like that's how we rolling, man. Give me a black pair, give me a white pair. That go with everything. You know what I'm saying? Once the white pair get dirtied up, give me another white pair. White pair, black pair go with everything. Nice little black pair of shoes, nice little white pair of shoes. I'm matched. I'm good. I got something that go with everything. Now, if I need to really, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I need to really go crazy, or I might get another little, you know, some shoes with some other color. But nah, for the most part, man, I'm stepping. I got white pair, got my black pair. I'm good. Man, Moni, they can't make it make sense at all. Man, DeMonte, all type, you know what I'm saying? Man, 2 acres, man. I get, man, so many things I can think about buying with that $800 is ridiculous. And that's just for the flip flops. So I could imagine, like, flip flops is nothing. So I can imagine if you're willing to pay 800 for some flip flops, just imagine what you're willing to pay for some actual shoes. For an actual outfit, like for an actual outfit, you pay 800 for the flip flops. What is your outfit looking like? Nah, I'm good. Like I better get some superpowers along with those flip flops, man. I better be able to conquer the entire planet. Don't even make no sense. Like those flip flops better stop crime or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? But then what's crazy? The same person, like this was crazy about some of these people that I know that rock designer stuff heavy. Crazy. I know people like that will spend $800 on flip flops, and then I come out with a shirt and the shirt $45, and they can't spend that. That is what's crazy to me. Boy, that's crazy. You gonna spend $800 on some flip flops, then your homeboys you've been knowing forever come out with a shirt trying to push a brand, and he like the shirt 45. You're like, can't spend that. Can't spend that on the shirt. But you will spend 800 on some flip flops. Like I didn't seen that. I didn't been a victim of that. I didn't been a victim of that. Dude spend heavy money. Dude spend heavy money on some garbage. But then when they partner come out with a brand They don't want to spend $30, $40 on a shirt. Oh, that's too expensive. Boy, y'all have got to stop being like that. Y'all have got to stop being like that. But I know a lot of people like that. Man, Infinite Divinity, look, listen. For some $800 flip-flops, those joints better do the work for me. Like when I go to work, I should be able to push a button on the flip-flops and they do whatever work I got to do for me. Like I shouldn't even have to work if I'm getting some $800 flip-flops. Oh, need it for sure. Yeah, we about to paw bear up for the cuz. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Moni, I'm trying to tell you. I know, man. I got homeboys that flat. I'm talking about, and it'd be funny because I'm like, all right, here you go. You posting your check. You post how much money you making, but then you want to come work out at my gym for free. You know what I'm saying? So you on Facebook bragging about how much money you making. You bragging about, you know what I'm saying? But then, hey man, then I tell you how much it costs to train with me, and you don't want to do that now. Now you just want to work out when I work out for the free. Man, stop playing with me, man. Like that'd be crazy. Now you want to work out with me for free, but you spend all this money on clothes. That's crazy. And yes, this has happened to me in real life. This has happened to me in real life. People act like my service is extra expensive, but they spending $800 on clothes. Oh, like that's crazy. Whole while I'll never, one of the first white clients I got. This she canceled vacations to afford the training. This when I was working in a commercial gym. She was like, you know what? My health is important. I had some vacations lined up. I'm gonna cancel a few of them because I need to afford this training. That's some simple stuff. And I ain't talking about canceling vacation. I'm talking about not spending that much money on clothes. Man, Coon, if I spend $800 on clothes, listen, I probably got clothes to last me for the rest of the year. If I go drop 800 right now on some clothes, I'm good for the rest of the year. I'm good. I'm straight for the rest of the year, man. If I go drop 800 right now on some clothes, man, I might not have to buy clothes again for the rest of the year. Because we finna spend this money wisely. If we spend $800 on clothes, man, I'll tell you, I'm good. I got a year worth of a wardrobe because I didn't spend it wise. Man, DeMonte, I'm trying to tell you, man, always want a discount, want to do things for free, man. Like, get out of my face with that, man. You about to pay me for this, you will go pay these gyms to go work out there, but you can't pay me. You wanna come here for free, but you gonna pay this gym a monthly fee, but you don't want to pay me nothing. Boy, that makes that right there grinds all of my. I can't stand that. So you gonna pay all these gyms a monthly fee, but you don't want to drop nothing to come work out with me. All right. But you ain't got to come here then. Terenzo, my brother, appreciate the donation. Hey, for sure. For sure. For $800, I'm trying to tell you, boy, that, hey, whether he existed, boy, them better be the sandals Jesus had on. You know what I'm saying? Them be the Jesus sandals. We finna walk on water with those flip-flops for $800. You know what I'm saying? It's flood. These flip-flops, we finna walk on all this water for this $800, for these $800 flip-flops. We walking on water. Like we need it. Hey, we finna go on a cruise. Nah, just put on your flip-flop. We walking on this water. Like that's what them joints better do if I'm paying $800 for them. These don't walk on water joints. They don't walk on water Jesus retros. You know what I mean? Like that's what I better be able to do if I pay $800 for some flip-flops. I best be able to walk on all the water. You know what I'm saying? I better be able to bring sight to the blind, all of these things, for real. Like straight up, man. I ain't got time for that. That's too much money on some flip flops, man. That hurts. The more I think about it, the more that hurt. But y'all, man, with that being said, man, I gotta make a move, man. I gotta get back up to this gym. Man, I gotta find a suit. Hey, y'all send some positive energy my direction. I gotta find a suit out here, man. I forgot when I stopped working at the bank, man. I threw away all my casual clothes, man. I hope I got a black suit and black tie. I hope I got all that. I think I threw all that away. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be with me as I find something to wear to my cousin's funeral. This about to be rough. Because Amazon and failed us with the 2-day shipping, you liable to not get that anymore. You know, so I gotta go. I might have to go to a store. And that didn't stress me out thinking about going to a store. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. You know, but it is what it is. We're gonna be fresh for the cuzzo, man. But hey, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate all the condolences, all that good stuff, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate the donations. Appreciate all the love, man. It's always peace chopping it up with y'all. Hey, I don't know the next time I'll be on. Like I said, y'all see I'm dealing with a lot in regards to the family, so it's a lot I gotta figure out. Obviously, we're gonna be heading down south. Hey, if y'all in Louisiana, man, holla at the kid, because that's where we gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But hey, appreciate y'all tapping in, listening to the build and adding on and all the donations. Y'all be easy. I'm gonna let y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Tuesday. I'm out. Peace.